Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott Wave update for ICP. I'm going to get into the micro time frame in a moment. The count has changed slightly down on the 15-minute, but just a quick recap on the 4-hour chart. Now I put on a idealized Elliott Wave 5-wave pattern just to show you. Looking for a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off a significant low at the end of a correction, which was right here at 282.5. And you can see we got our wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, completed 5-wave pattern. Now it's important to note when a trend is changing that a correction cannot be 5 waves. The end of a correction can, like a C wave, but the entire move cannot be a 5-wave pattern. So either this is labeled incorrectly or it's the beginning of a new 5-wave pattern. Think of a larger version of this 1-2 is this 1-2. So after this wave 2 correction on this larger term, we're looking for a larger third wave to complete. So how do we get that? Our third wave target, our first target is 1.618 extension of the first wave 1 off of wave 2 pivot. We can get extended up there and sometimes come as high as the 2.618, but it is the wave with usually the most volume and the fastest moving wave and the most FOMO, if you will. After that, we look for a sideways wave 4 if we had a sharp wave 2. In this case, we got a flat, and then after that case, we're looking for our 5th wave up. Now, ways you can help target these areas is you can take the beginning of wave 1, put that off of wave 2, extend that from the top of wave 1, extend that right, and that's the area where you can look for a 4th wave to pivot off of the top end, which you can see did right there. And once you have your 4th wave pivot, you can take the length of wave 1 off of wave 4, target the 1-to-1 extension, which is right there in red for your 5th wave. So you can see how pretty much ideal this Elliott Wave impulse was. Now after this, we're looking for a larger version of this wave 2. Standard areas we look for in Elliott Wave is between the 382 and the 618 retracement of the entire 5-wave move. So you can put on your Fibonacci retracement tool and look for a completed 3-wave pattern between the 382 and the 618 ideally, which was this zone right here. You can see we came to the 618, pretty common target for a wave 2, especially at the beginning of a trend. Okay, so with all that confirmed, we're looking for a larger third wave as we have completed a 1 and 2. Just like we did back here, we put a Fibonacci extension tool at the beginning of wave 1, off the top of wave 1, off of wave 2, assuming the slow holds, and we target the 1.618, which is up at $150. So if this is a 1-2 of a larger degree, our third wave target is $150. Okay, now that we got all of that out of the way, we're looking for 5 waves up on the micro degree, similar to here, to start our third wave. Waves within waves. Let me get rid of the daily there. And just pull those off. Just wanted to show you that area. Okay, so there's our significant low we want to hold at 581.6. Okay, so this is my primary count. Again, looking for 5 waves up to confirm the trend. We got a wave 1, 2. We took our Fibonacci extension tool from the beginning of wave 1 off of wave 2. Look for that 1.618 again. Now, the only issue with this count is the fact that we got this WXY. It's not an issue, it's just not ideal what we were looking for. We got a 3, 3, 3 WXY. And then we got our 5th wave up. We did not hit ideal targets for wave 5. Nevertheless, it is a completed pattern that is valid. Now, last video, I was looking for an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves to complete. A potential W wave, just like on the larger trend. A W wave in a double zigzag. Now, looking at the chart, we did not get that. So we have to adjust this in real time based on the price action since the last video. So you can see we had that wave 1, 2, 3. We were expecting a 1.618 extension. Obviously our fourth can't overlap with wave 1. And what we ended up getting was right here. It technically counted. We got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The issue is the extensions. We did not get the 1.618 extension. We just got a just over 100%. So even though it is valid, it doesn't follow our guidelines ideally. So when we're not following guidelines ideally, I have to consider other options. This is now my primary account. We can actually finish up this correction perhaps quicker than other altcoins currently. So looking for a simple correction here right now, we got a 5-wave move as an A wave. Our B wave came between the 50% right here of this A wave, pretty much a common target. And then we have an A, B, C. That fits much better. This comes to the 1-to-1 extension, like I showed you. More likely an A, B, C than a 1, 2, 3. Now because of that, what can we start with 3 waves here, right? When we started off with 5 waves from the high, well, when I was analyzing in real time, it doesn't qualify as a B wave. We came past the 1.618. So most likely it's part of a diagonal. Diagonals are a series of 3-wave patterns. ABC zigzags usually, but they can be double and triple zigzags as well. But we're looking for ABCs. So we get an ABC wave 1, WXY wave 2 as a expanded flat, ABC wave 3, looking for a fourth that doesn't have to, but would like it to overlap this wave 1 in price, and then a final ABC for our 5th wave within a C wave. So you can see how I did that in real time. We were looking for a 5-wave impulse, but we didn't get that, so we must adjust. Now let's see where we are as per targeting. A, B, C. Pretty close. We're actually at the 1-to-1. Let me get right on those pivots for you. We usually target the 1-to-1 for an ABC, but we can also get 1.236, 1.382, sometimes 1.618 extensions of wave A for wave C. So move that over past the 1-to-1 and put those in red. So that's where we are looking for our C wave. One of these targets. And ideally our ending diagonal also matches up with this. So there's a nice trade setup coming if we get this pattern, especially if this 3rd wave is complete right here. Because in contracting diagonals like this, usually wave 1 is the longest. Usually, it doesn't have to be. Just wave 3 can't be the shortest. But in this case, if this 3rd wave is done and we get a sideways correction, then 3rd wave is shorter than wave 1. So once we get this 4th wave and start to get this 5th, 3rd wave can't be the shortest. So we can take our extension of wave 3 off of wave 4 whenever that pivot is. And we can try and get as close to that 1-to-1. Where to go? So say this 3rd wave comes in. We can try and get as close to this 1-to-1 as possible for a long. after this fifth wave, and put our stop one tick past that 1-to-1. Because past that area, third wave becomes the shortest, which is not allowed to in a diagonal. So if it goes past that level, then this isn't a diagonal, right? Anyways, it's one of my favorite trade setups for position sizing. So we're looking for a fourth wave right now. Fourth wave sideways, fifth wave down, and that's nice because then this is a nice simple ABC. Impulse, diagonal, complete. And then we can attempt to make our third wave after this. So that's what we're looking for, guys, and it should be right around the 50 area, around $8 that I've been calling since this past high over here. Now it is important to note, if we do fail, say we don't make a 5-wave impulse here, but we actually make like a 3-wave move to the upside, something like, hang on, let me change that, something like this, and we start to reverse and we're overlapping this wave, well then we'd have to put this as a W wave. We might be getting an X and another Y. That doesn't really change our point of view, it just extends the length of the correction. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. That's it for ICP. I'll see you on the next one.